Hello. It's been a lovely week, isn't it? It's really great. On Sunday, I met at church a man that we know that works at Porton Down. He's always great fun to tease because he has, so what are you doing? But of course he takes the signing the Queen's oath of secrecy very seriously. So he struggles with us poking and prodding, and he's so polite, and he probably hates it. I don't care. Anyway, he's been out in South Africa West Africa, it was a European-wide Ebola thing, and they have these tents, I suppose. In my head it's a tent, I don't know whether it really is, but it's these units, scientific units, where they can give you a 4-hour turnaround on a test to see whether you've got it, and it's very with basic equipment, really, a rubber band run kind of affair. And what a brilliant thing to do. His work had been fine about him going out there, which is nice. Because I thought it was part of Porton Down, but it wasn't. It was an EU thing. And what a hero. So I'm really excited about him being back, because it's a worry. You worry. You think, ooh, we worry. So, good news. Didier's back, safe and well. 11 pluses, they're all going through a plodding stage. Plod, 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 plod. And that's good. It's the plodding that makes the journey. There'll always be the exciting bits, but at this stage they're plodding. Keep them plodding. And sometimes some of them have sort of got quite close to giving up. Sometimes their best effort is just not to give up, even if they're not doing any work. They haven't turned around and walked off. And that in itself can take a lot of courage and a lot of perseverance. And just getting through that stage, they will carry on. It's a bit like during Lent. Sometimes, for me this year, it's been forgetting. And so if you're making butter icing for the children because they're making cakes, and you have to do it with tasting, it's that kind of, and you think, ooh, I can't. And so what do? You tasted a bit of butter icing. Does that mean that Lent was a failure? No, it means it just wasn't 100% success. So what? You just pick up your bongos and keep going. And it's the same with them. They had a bad week. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Carry on. It was just a bad week. That's all it was. It was a bad week. We're with Mariah at the moment working with distractions, which is loads of fun. I love doing the working with distractions bit. So with her, she's pretty good at this. She's carry on working, and we go, eat a chocolate. Look at this. Listen how it goes. Dunk dunk. Or marshmallows going blubby blubby blubby. It's the best bit. Have you ever done that with marshmallows? Pink one, white one. Blubby blubby blubby. There's got to be better things to do. This scarf, if you notice, it just give it there. We'll see how long it goes before it goes back down. It's given to me by an ex-pupil, and I love it. But it does very fast. So work with distractions. If they're really good, drop an ice cube down the back. That never fails to work. Just stare at them in their body space. That's a good one. I'm having a lot of camera wobble at the moment. There we are. Is that better? Good. Yeah, because there will be distractions on the day. Earlier in the week, me and my husband have given up with evening meals, going out together. Not that we barely did it once a year anyway. And there was always reasons for it. So now we're going to try doing breakfasts, which is a much cheaper way of eating out, and it's rather nice. So last week we went to the Boston Tea Party and had breakfast there, and I was very pleased with it. So and then you still got the day to do something with, haven't you? The organist at the cathedral was playing the Bach's Toccata and Fugue. And it was stunning. I think he's the organ scholar. Absolutely stunning. It was the cleanest rendition I've ever heard of it. It was really good. And it just how amazingly brilliant is this? And it's nice that someone that gifted can still feel worried about things. He was saying, I don't know what was. He said it's a new piece. He said I didn't have my fingering written down everywhere. I was interested in that because I only thought it was losers like me that carefully wrote down the fingering. 1, 2, 3, G. And when you get funny, so it's nice to say someone of his ability is still covering it with pencil notes. In fact, I found that really quite liberating. Oh, the CEM. We're moving on to the CEM papers for the boys' school in Salisbury. And it's caused a certain amount of consternation because one of the CEM bits that they say is there'll be no marks will be taken off for the wrong answers. This doesn't mean that everybody starts with 100% and that you get no marks taken off because you got it wrong. What it means is that everybody starts off with 0. And if you get a mark right, you get an extra mark. What it means is that if you get a question wrong, they won't take a mark off. So doctors and engineers, people where safety is critical, very often have negative marking in their exams. So that means that if you get a mark right, you get an extra mark. If you don't put anything down, it's 0. You don't. But if you get one wrong, they take a mark off. And so it's quite possible in these exams to end up with negative marks. And so they're not doing that. So what we're saying is it is better to guess than put nothing down at all. They won't take a mark off because you got it wrong. Happy with that? Does that clear things up? But no, exciting week, and I'm off to the Eden project, which is always good for a laugh. And I'm hoping to see their magnolia. Apparently they used to be, a billion years ago, fertilised by dirty great big beetles, which is why I don't know whether they're going to be in flower or not, but I hope so. Have a world's loveliest week. Bye-bye. Oh, I always go to close this off here, and you close off down here on this programme anyway. Bye-bye.